Can a woman kill a man just for the sake of money? Yeah, she can. Watch this video to find out about a dangerous woman who was shot dead by a man for $200. A 44-year-old man named Orlando Ewell's life was taken by a woman named Kiera Walker. In the May of 2014, Orlando's body was found lying on the corner of the street in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. The police that began their investigation for Orlando's death case. They looked around for cameras footage, if available nearby, to get any evidence for this death case that happened. And fortunately, they were able to find one camera that captured Orlando was pushed out of a car and the car sped up and ran away. Police even found an ATM card in his pocket with the receipt from earlier of that day only. The receipt found was of the ATM present inside of a gas station, and there were cameras located on the outside as well as inside of the building, which showed Orlando using the ATM, and he went outside to the suspect's vehicle. The only way they can get any more evidence about this case was to find out the car. The team of investigators got to know that one gray car is parked in a garage where it shouldn't be. When police went to check that the car, they found that everything was soaked in gas. The back seat was also even partially burned because maybe the suspect didn't know that fire needs oxygen to spread. The owner of this car was a woman named Kiera Walker. The police were unable to find her, so they brought her sister to question her about this case. After being asked about this, she replied that Kiera had stopped her car to her home and told her that a man had died in her car. She claimed the man was trying to wrestle a gun out of her hand and the gun went off. After the interview got over, a friend of Kiera who was present when all these incidents took place was also brought for investigation. After asking her about the incident, she replied that Orlando had told Kiera that he wanted to buy drugs worth $200, but then afterwards he changed his mind and asked for $40 more. This made her very angry, and she demanded the entire $200 back, and when he refused to give it back, she shot him twice, then left him in the side of the street. After this, Kiera was brought into the interrogation room. The investigator started showing her some pictures, but she denied to recognize the picture. When asked about the stance of Orlando's death, she immediately lied. The investigator told him that because her sister didn't tell them the truth, she's also behind the bars and they don't want any more to take into the jail, so she better speak the truth. The investigator told her that the shooting took place exactly on 8th May, and the timing was 8:40 a.m. at 707 South 25th Street. The investigator clearly conveyed to her the difference between how somebody intentionally shoots someone and somebody accidentally shooting someone or somebody struggling with somebody. When they showed her the car and told her to recognize it, at first she was unable to do so, but afterwards she recognized them and told them that she painted it and sold it this morning. The investigator clearly told her if she didn't tell the truth, then eventually all the stories told to them by her friend and sister will get matched and eventually it'll lead to a truthful story. Investigator told him that he knows that she's a cold-blooded killer and lying about the facts and is trying to defend herself, but it won't work as they know that she's the only one who did this and she's the one who can actually help to get her out of this. He let her know that he is secretary. Whatever she'll convey to him, he will note it down and later type it into the computer and will send it to the DA's office, and every story will be matched there and it will go to the judge and eventually lead to the conclusion, and she won't be peace anyway. Then she asked him if she could have a phone call from there. After being asked whom she wants to talk to, she said to her 6-year-old daughter who's with her girlfriend and asked them if she's doing well. After a few minutes, she again asked for pictures, and the investigator told him that after a few days of warrants will be issued against her and they'll search for DNA as well. At last, Kiera took a plea deal of talking to her daughter, and in exchange for pleading guilty to second-degree murder, she received a punishment of 16 years in prison.